Wow, the industry is like going crazy right now because Nintendo has just released their financial reports. And spoiler alert, Tamagotchi Life has been doing very, very well. Pokepia has been doing very, very well. But the community at large is desperate to continue this facade that Nintendo is struggling or they're not doing well. I've seen people complain about the performance of Mario Tennis. I've seen people like spurg out about the price hike. It's just like it's very very interesting to see like people try to complain about what's been going on today. And it is just a giant coke because it's very interesting because what the hell is this? We were told that like the price hike would destroy Nintendo, that it was some boogeyman for the past year. And now that it's here, it just very obviously isn't going to amount to jack shit. Okay, because I was saying this like last year, is that like, yeah, they're gonna release it. Like, it's not gonna get a price hike anytime soon. And once the price hikes are normalized, and if they have to do it, it's not going to be a big deal. And that's exactly what happened. They're going to do it, and not a single person is going to give a fuck. Like, again, PlayStation and Xbox have already spiked their prices more for their lesser inferior products. And again, it's just people really thought this was going to be a huge blow against the Switch, too. Okay, people really thought that this was going to be some like big deal, that it would like severely impact the performance of the console. It's not going to happen. And I think the success of Tamagotchi Life, oh, what am I doing? I think the success of Tamagotchi Life, more than anything, kind of emphasizes as why, because people don't understand this. Like, the Switch One is still existing. Okay, the Switch One still exists. It's still getting games. It's still highly, highly successful and lucrative. um the Switch 2 is still trying to like establish itself. Like it has not gotten its heavy hitter titles. Okay, like this is the weird thing about the Switch 2, is that what we're getting is a bunch of niche fringe like core games from Nintendo, and eventually like we're gonna start getting like the major releases that are really gonna get people fired up. Games like Animal Crossing, games like Splatoon, games like 3D Mario. Like again, I think people are going to be very, very surprised with what Nintendo comes up with in the near future. And like, what we're seeing now is just a giant cope about this situation. It's just kind of amazing. Let's see. Hello, Napoleon. Yeah. If the new Super Mario Bros. Narrative dies, that will make most of the other Nintendo narratives die too. The new Super Mario Bros. Narrative has been dead for like a couple of years now. Because it was the punching bag for like for the Nintendo community for like a decade. Okay, because gaming journalists like invented this meme that these games were lazy, that they were repetitive, that they were like stupid, that nobody liked them, when in actuality they were very beloved and popular. Like people really underestimate how good New Super Mario Bros. Actually is. Okay, I would go so far as to say New Super Mario Bros. Are those are some of the best games Nintendo's ever put out. Like honestly, especially when it comes to like the 2D platformer space. Like in the 2000s, people just had this notion that like 2D platformers were somehow a lesser genre. Like you're kind of seeing this now, like with the complaints about 2D Mario versus 3D Mario. Because like the narrative is that 3D Mario is objectively superior, and that really isn't true at all. Like honestly, I think the formula was perfected more with like 2D Mario. And we kind of saw that with Wonder and stuff like that. Like New Super Mario Bros. Is very interesting because it was a huge success. Like it sold like it's a series that sells like tens of millions of units every single time, right? And yet like we're told by the community that like it's some huge like travesty that it's only selling because of nostalgia. It's disgusting. It really truly is. Like it's just embarrassing. No, Prime 4 did not bomb. We've established this already. Yeah, so people, I mean, that's one of the things I've been like, I was talking about this when it came to Mario Tennis in particular, but like, just because Nintendo doesn't talk about something in a financial report doesn't mean it failed. Like, I do think people need to understand this is that like Metroid Prime 4's performance was fine. Kirby Air Riders was fine. Mario Tennis Fever was fine. Like, Bonanza is fine. Like, you're still seeing people spurg out, like, oh man, Bonanza, it only sold 4 million units. Yeah, because the Switch 2 just came out last year. Okay, it's not selling the way it is because it's bad. It's selling the way it is because the install base isn't there yet. Like a lot of these games are going to pick up over time. Mario Kart World is going to sell like, upwards of 50 million units. It's like again, I would not take anyone like complaining about the software performance about these games seriously because they don't take into consideration the genre, they don't take into consideration the budget, they don't think about anything really. And now they're trying to tell you that like Nintendo lowered the price of their games because like Mario Tennis Fever failed, which is like obviously retarded. People like Nintendo and Dreamcast guy were predicting the huge price increase. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's the thing about the price increase. Like people were thinking that it was going to be like upwards of like 600, 700 bucks, that they were going to like, sharply increase the price and it would be like radically more expensive than it already was. Like the end result of that was like just a $50 price hike. And honestly, once market conditions improve, they're probably just going to lower it again. Honestly, like I would not be surprised if it actually dips back to 450 in the next couple of years. Like the whole thing about the price hike, like the price hike meme came about because the industry thought that like just boogeymanning the price would like kill its momentum, and that just hasn't happened. Like that just not has not happened at all. But yeah, like I expect like the main takeaway from this is that people are gonna spurg out about Mario Tennis Fever. They're gonna keep up with this meme, okay? They're gonna keep complaining about like they're gonna keep claiming that Mario Tennis Fever failed so badly that they're gonna lower the price. That's why they're lowering the price for newer games when like these are clearly lower budget games. Like Star Fox is just a straight up remake of 64. Rhythm Heaven is a lower budget game. Splatoon Raiders is a lower budget game. Like, this is all very obvious just by like looking at these releases. So like, it makes sense that they're being releasing at a lower price. And you just know that like when we start getting like, the bigger budget games, I'm sure like Fire Emblem's gonna be at 70. I'm sure that like, future Nintendo titles are gonna be at 70. Like you're gonna see a lot of the same people bitching about the price going back up, honestly. Like again, and this is why I feel like we shouldn't take like price discussions all that seriously. Like you're kind of seeing this now with Star Fox, where like they announced it was coming out for 50, and the initial narrative the narrative immediately became that like, well, obviously it should be a lot less than that. It doesn't matter how low the price is, like you're gonna see these people bitch about it. It's just like it's just the reality of the situation. Oh yeah, 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 Tezuka, yeah. Tezuka announced his retirement. Oh man. Yeah, definitely tip my hat off to one of Nintendo's all-time legends. The man behind Yoshi's Island. One of the five guys who worked on Super Mario Bros. An industry legend, super underrated talent. Takashi Tezuka. Yeah, definitely a major loss to the company. Yeah, this is one of the things people aren't talking about. Um, like we are at the point now where like a lot of the younger people are taking over Nintendo, and I think this is the big make it or break it moment. Like I'm very curious if Nintendo is going to survive after these people retire, because like I'm sure like Miyamoto is going to retire fairly soon as well. I'm not sure about like, any of these other guys, but like I don't know how old these people are, but it's like you're gonna see like a radical shift like after they're gone. And I think it's already been like kind of apparent since like Odyssey came out, where they're a lot more graphics focused. They're more they're a lot different in tone, they're more story driven. Um like with Star Fox and Bonanza, like they feel kind of westernized, honestly, and it already feels like we've kind of seen a massive step down in quality. um like I didn't like Bonanza much. I don't think I'll like Star Fox much. Like I felt the same way when Iwata died. Was that like I was very concerned that the company would like very quickly go off the rails, and thankfully that didn't happen then. But like, yeah, it's very possible that we might be seeing the end of Nintendo now, and I think that's very important that we talk about the possibility of that, uh, like the very real possibility that like this is going to be the end of the company. But we'll see, we'll see. And so let's go look at our financial report. Fiscal year early earnings. Let's see, got it up on my tablet here. Okay, consolidated results for the years ended March 31st, 2025. Okay, so it's the year in financial report. Let's see. Profit, profit, profit. Let's see. All right, let's see. I don't know if we can make anything of that. Okay, yeah, financial data. Let's see. Geographical sales breakdown. Okay. So Europe, Japan. Okay. Okay, okay. So one of the giant copes that we've been told over the past year is that like yeah, one of the big copes that like Nintendine and his ilk like to emphasize. Oh shit, I'm not even sure. So they like to tell you that like the Switch 2 is only doing well in Japan, right? That's been like kind of a pervasive narrative, but you can kind of see here that that's not the case. Yeah, it's doing well in Europe. It's doing well in Japan. Yeah, the entire narrative that like this thing is only like finding a following in Japan is straight up wrong. Prime 4 didn't even sell 1.5 million copies. Prime has never been that big of a seller. Like people who say this don't know anything about Prime. Same with Mario Tennis. Like it's not like an A-list Nintendo IP. It never has been. Like if Prime 4 like sold 1.5 million units, it'd be like um the second best-selling Metroid ever. Like Prime 1 only sold as much as it did because it was a pack-in title at one point. Yeah, 50-year anniversary. Yeah, he's probably I can't imagine Miyamoto will stay much longer, but we'll see. Yeah, sales breakdown by category. Yeah, IP related income and dedicated video game platform. So they're keeping track of like how much they're pulling in based on like I don't know, merchandising. What do they mean by IP related income? Is that from the movie or what? Let's see. Okay, dedicated video game unit sales. Okay. Yeah, Switch 2, 19.86 million units. Okay, so this is what we so this is the slowest period of the year. And they've already seen like massive gains. Yep, Nintendo Switch doing well. Yep, yep. Yeah, 50 million units sold. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, Nintendo Switch hardware, Nintendo Switch 2 hardware. Yep. Yep, yep. Look at those graphs. Yeah, so Mario Kart World. Yeah, so it's been like this has kind of been a slow part of the year because they haven't been getting like it's been post holiday season. So we're probably not gonna see like things are probably gonna get like a lot more crazy in the next several months or so. Like we're gonna see like a lot a lot of like huge numbers in the next couple of weeks. Splatoon Raiders is going to do very well. Star Fox is going to do very well. Like it feels as if like the industry at large is going to like bend over backwards to try and downplay this what they're doing right now. But Metroid Prime bros have always over exaggerated the popularity of the franchise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like Prime 4 was supposed to be like the last big game on Nintendo Switch. Okay. Like that was the narrative a lot of people had is that like Prime 4 was supposed to be like the last big like AAA game for the console. And like it just never was. It was never gonna be that. And it's so strange how people have this mindset that it's like that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like people are just like spurging out about it and trying to say that like the game failed or something. I guess we could see like what are other YouTubers saying? PPP preach. Let's see, Nintendo. I cannot wait until I get my PC back because I cannot like stream properly without it. It's been like such a nightmare. I hate like browsing the internet on this stupid terminal. I need that iPad. Yeah, that Star Fox Direct has gotten like 2.5 million views already. Yeah, anybody who says that like Nintendo's struggling or that like they're not like, man, I'm so used to the camera following me around that it's weird when it doesn't. Yeah, anybody who says that like Switch 2 price has officially increased. These are Nintendo Directs now.
Well, it's official. Nintendo has completely forgotten about us. It's
What?
been 8 months since a general direct, and I'm starving. All we've gotten since is some indie world partner showcase, Tomodachi Life, humorous shit. This isn't a proper direct. This is just Tomodachi Life with humorous shit. I miss the days of waking up and getting punched in the face repeatedly by 45 minutes of hype announcements. What happened to that, Nintendo? Do you even care? No, you don't. Otherwise, you would have given us a new 3D Mario. Otherwise, you would have given us the alleged Ocarina of Time remake. But no, we can't even get those games, let alone something like Star Fox. When was the last time you guys even mentioned Star Fox as a fucking video game? Oh, that's a completely out of nowhere surprise dedicated Star Fox Direct. Well, I guess this is how Nintendo does things now. Just maybe don't do things like that. What the fuck? Well, it appears that not only are we in a new era with the Switch 2, we might be in a new era with how Nintendo presents their game information to the consumers. They've done these dedicated game directs for several titles now, and It's looking like this is becoming the new norm. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is the new norm because we haven't gotten a general direct in 8 fucking months. Not that I'm stressed out that there's no constant barrage of general Nintendo Directs coming out. I've been playing a lot of other games that I really enjoyed, like Hades 2, Expedition 30.
Oh shit,
Played Elden Ring for the
shit,
first time. I
shit,
love that.
shit.
And of course, my goat.
All this is shit.
I would highly recommend any of the games that I just mentioned, but this is some good shit. So for me personally, I'm probably way more open-minded to this new strategy of dedicated game directs every now and then than I would be if I was having nothing to play and foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog waiting for any crumb of news about a general Nintendo Direct announcement. There's a lot of games to be played out there, and I think things are moving at a decent pace for the average gamer. You don't really have to sit around and wait for a general direct anymore. But if you do insist on sitting around and waiting for a general direct, you might as well do it in supreme.
Yeah, unbelievably boring. The Switch 2 price hike, it's a nothing burger. Like I've already talked about this. It's a nothing burger. Nintendo has lost their minds. Wait, what? So are the oranges. Yeah, so Ryutech USA immediately comes out and makes a video about the price hike. Like he's been so obsessed with this. He really thinks this is going to kill the console's momentum, and it's just not gonna happen. Okay. Okay, Nintendo has lost their minds.
Nintendo, what are we doing? What is this now? What? Now, just in case you missed it, and you very well could have, because Nintendo did this with 10 minutes to prepare, there was a Star Fox Direct yesterday. And Nintendo announced that there is a new Star Fox game. In this case, a remake of Star Fox 64, which itself is a remake or reboot or whatever you want to call it of the original Star Fox.
No, it fucking isn't. No, it fucking isn't. Like anybody who says this should get like deleted. Like yeah, your channel should just get removed if you try and push this nonsense. Like 64 isn't a remake of the original. Like, what is this retardation? That would be like if I said Super Mario Bros. 3 or like World was a remake of like Super Mario Bros. Or like New Super Mario Bros. Was a remake of Super Mario Bros. Like, it's not. Like, it's a completely different fucking game. Like, what is this autism coming from? Like, I don't understand it. This is like to me, this feels that like that new narrative. You know how like 20 years ago how people were saying that like Miyamoto secretly hated like Donkey Kong Country? You know, like same fucking energy. Like, they say the same thing about Star Fox Zero, which also isn't true, but like for 64, it's even more egregious because it's just like, what are you talking about? It's a completely different game.
Redone. They keep doing Star Fox. However, this new Star Fox has all of the graphical bells and whistles and runs at a good frame rate and stuff. And, look at it. It looks real pretty. Kind of. I mean, look at Fox. Let me just say that's going to be a divisive design. My opinion is, oh no, oh lord, oh no, what did they do to you? But I'm getting a bit off track. The point is that Nintendo is doing Star Fox again. The big changes, you might be wondering, to this new version of Star Fox are mostly that they're adding a ton of cutscenes, which, it's a bit PlayStation-y in that sense. Also funny because at this point, I think The Last of Us and Star Fox are competing for how many re-releases or reimaginings or remakes they can have. Which,
What
to
do you
be fair, Star Fox
compare
Adventures and Star Fox Assault have.
comparing Star Fox to The Last of Us? Like, are you how delusional can you get? How delusional can you get? Like, oh, like they've remade Star Fox as much as Sony's re-released The Last of Us. No, actually, like, no, they haven't. Like,
Had a lot of cutscenes and stuff, and it's just Nintendo trying to do
and
something.
Star Fox is like an older IP too. So okay, so they made Star Fox 64, which again is a sequel, not a remake to Star Fox Super Nintendo. Okay, so they made Star Fox 64, they remastered it for 3DS, and they're remaking it for the Switch too. Okay, that's like two re-releases. Like The Last of Us got like the PS4 remaster like a year after release, and then we got like the PS5 one like recently. And then we got like the remaster to like The Last of Us Part 2. So yeah, The Last of Us Part 2 is worse because we've gotten just as many re-releases of that fucking game than we have Star Fox 64 over the past 30 years. So it's like it's a dumb comparison.
Something with Star Fox. For me, Star Fox 64 is one of my favorite games of my childhood. I absolutely love that game. I know it forwards and back. I have played that game way too much, and I can tell you right now that that is a 3 hour game. That's a game
Oh,
you can beat in 3 hours, and maybe
nope,
even.
nope, nope. Okay. So this is the thing about like these retards. Like they don't seem to understand like what they're doing with this remake because like they have an achievement system. They're fleshing it out more. They're doing things to like it's not the exact same thing as the original. It's something that like a lot of people don't seem to understand is that they are adding a lot more like replay value. And it's very possible there might be like actually more content that we haven't seen yet. We'll see. But like by and large, I think going by what I have seen, like when it comes to like the achievement system and when it comes to like how the game is structured, like it feels as if okay, like Star Fox 64 is something I've put thousands of hours into. Okay. Like calling that game short or like 3 hours long is like laughably stupid. Okay, like that's not true, like at all. Like again, this is the problem people have with Zero as well, is that like they don't seem to understand that this game is supposed to be replayable. They're just kind of like, well, I beat it once, so I'm done with it. No, bitch, that's not how this works. Like, like again, these people don't seem to understand like the core fundamentals of what this IP actually is.
Put in a ton of different cutscenes to the game, you're extending the length to maybe 4 or 5, and that's if you enjoy the cutscenes. Star Fox is a rail shooter. It's a cool one. We don't have enough rail shooters these days. That's true. It's a gameplay style that's kind of missing. Even in the indie scene, there's some people trying to bring this back, but not that many.
Okay, I love how like one of the big copes like over the past day has been this idea that like, oh, just you wait, like an indie game is going to do Star Fox better than Star Fox, and it's just like that's obviously not going to happen. Like this entire situation is a really good example of how an indie game is never going to surpass Star Fox because first of all, it's going to have to be better than Star Fox 64, which isn't going to happen. But second of all, like um there isn't really an indie game out there that can compete with something like this. Like you're never going to see like an indie game get re-released as like a major AAA thing with like updated graphics and like more content and stuff like that. Like these indie games are going to get mogged by like a remake of a 30-year-old game. Honestly, like it's just ridiculous.
That they're doing this small scale project, that they're bringing back Star Fox, bringing back the rail shooter with these fancy graphics. Nice, short and sweet game, not really adding much content, keeping it faithful. $50. I mean, $50 unless you want it to be physical. In that case, it's $60. Now, listen, okay?
So
I know
they're still complaining about the price point. Like again, it's they keep coming off like broken records whenever like it's insane that like they lowered the price point for this and that the masses are still bitching and saying it's too expensive. It's like it's ridiculous. And you just like my problem with this is these guys are paying full price for like Elden Ring plus DLC. They're paying full price for their gaming rigs, for their PCs, for their streaming equipment. That they're paying full price for games on other consoles. So like why exactly is it such a big deal when Star Fox is $50? Like $50 is like jack shit. Okay. I can make $50 off of a random fucking stream. Okay, like $50 ain't shit. Like I'm so tired of like seeing people.
There's a lot of replayability in the game. Sure, to a certain degree, once you see every stage, you kind of know what you're doing.
What?
They added challenge mode and 3 multiplayer maps.
What? Once you see every stage, you know what you're doing. Yeah. How do you like? Yeah, yeah. You're not a Star Fox fan. Like that is like a complete cope. That is a complete cope. Like Star Fox, like it takes a ton of time to master all the stages in 64. Like a ton. Like it's not easy to do it all.
$50. Now look, don't get me wrong. I love Star Fox. Maybe not the way they look now, but like when you're in the ship, the game's looking pretty good, all right? But this is not the price point. This is not a new game. This
What?
is a remake. And look, there's a couple of other important parts.
Yeah, he's saying this when like remakes like remasters like The Last of Us are being sold for like full price. He says this like while like old PS4 games are sold on PC at like full price. Like what's he talking about? Like $50 is too much for this? Like it's just a giant cope.
Of this, right? This isn't just like a video reacting to what Star Fox is and complaining about prices. That is important, though. No, there's been a series of leaks about Nintendo's upcoming plans, and one of the key leaks there was Star Fox. And the fact that now it's confirmed lends a lot of credibility to the
No, it
other
doesn't.
leaks
No,
that
it doesn't.
beneath Star Fox.
No, it
And that
doesn't.
paints us a very interesting picture about the future of Nintendo and the Switch 2. So I'm going to take advantage of Nintendo losing their minds with this, in my sincere opinion, to kind of catch up a bit on how the Switch 2 is currently doing and where it could be going. And very importantly, looking at what they're doing with this and talking a bit about the Ocarina of Time remake, because that seems like 100% certain. So hi, I'm Mug. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new
This
here,
seems 100% certain. Oh, like yeah, as if people haven't been talking about an Ocarina of Time remake for like years now. Like unfucking believable. Grow up. Grow up. Okay. Yeah, so we've seen a lot of coping already. Like I don't know, we're kind of in this phase now where people are just like spurging out about like anything Nintendo does, and it's just like it just feels like none of it is gonna stick. I don't know, man. After all that pitching about the price point at 450, the fact that it's gonna like explode in sales at 500 is something that like I don't know. A lot of people are gonna have problems with. I think it is like it is downright embarrassing how like the masses have been like acting about this. It's I don't know, man. I'm very curious to see at like what point like people are gonna have to kneel and acknowledge the Switch 2 is successful. Cause like when you look at like these people, it's like Review Tech USA or like Mugen, like this retard, like this greasy fuck, or like Asmongold or whoever. Like they're just spurging out, like trying to damage control, and it just feels like it's not working. Cause like we saw them spurg out about the price like last year, and that didn't impact anything. Honestly, we saw them spurg out about the price last year. It's like I just don't see this like really sticking long term. Like that's kind of my mentality on this. That's kind of like my mindset is that like what exactly are these people doing? Like, what exactly is going on here? Like, what do they hope to accomplish? Like, they're gonna keep bitching about everything Nintendo does, but it's not gonna um eventually it's all gonna fall apart. Like, I think at this stage, people are just straight up ignoring certain personalities. You know, like I know that nobody would pay attention to Review Tech USA when he bitches about this. You know, like when he bitches about the price hike. It's like it's not really that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Mario Kart Deluxe has sold 71 million. Yeah, it's one of the best selling games ever made. Yeah. Yeah, so I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe it's going to keep selling indefinitely. Like even after like World has come out, like I think a lot of people are still going to be picking up 8. Yeah. They're going to coexist, which I think is going to be very 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 interesting. Um seeing seeing that happen with like other Switch 2 games cuz this is the thing that a lot of people don't realize now is that like a lot of these Nintendo games are going to coexist now. Like the days of getting like one game a generation and then having to get new hardware, it's kind of behind us now. You know, because everything on Switch One is available on Switch Two. You know, Switch One is still getting supported. Switch Two is killing it right now. Like it's one of those things where the industry is just struggling to keep up the narrative. Like the industry is just struggling to continue downplaying consoles and hardware. And yeah, it's very easy to forget this, but like there was a period where people were saying that like Mario Kart 8 was going to be the lowest selling Mario Kart ever. You know, like that was like a legit Polygon article that was published back in the day. And it's funny looking back on it now, like seeing how many games like, you know, 3D World and like you know, all these 2013 games that were like reviled at the time were considered are considered all-time classics now. Like that's the situation we're in that like, you know, the industry is going after games as they come out and trying to damage control them and trying to downplay them, but like the narrative never sticks and people eventually become fans of them anyway. It's like basically all they're accomplishing is like scaring away people who are like more casual fans. You know, like maybe they scared away some Metroid fans with Prime 4's coverage, and maybe they'll scare away from some Star Fox fans, but like that's just not gonna work long term. You know, like they're never gonna downplay Smash Bros. They're never gonna downplay like 3D Mario. They're never gonna downplay Zelda even like Animal Crossing. Like again, there are just too many Nintendo IPs for them to downplay now, and it's just eventually they're gonna start. It's gonna start being more transparent as to what's happening. You know, Max Dude was caught pretending to be a huge Star Fox fan. You know, um, like on stream, like when he did the Star Fox Direct reaction. Like these guys have to react live to everything in order to be there, in order to damage control it right away. But um like they just get like drowned out by all the genuine hype and enthusiasm. Like nobody gives a fuck about what like Max Dude says about Star Fox. Like I don't even take him seriously when it comes to Smash Bros. Or like anything else for that matter. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So what we're seeing now is just kind of like we're seeing the industry like dying a death. Like what we're seeing is that Nintendo has won. They're dominating, but like the industry is doing everything they possibly can to try and downplay their successes. It's just embarrassing. And you're gonna see this next year too with like the Zelda movie. Um they're gonna fight very, very hard to like keep up the narrative. And like the simple fact of the matter is that there's nothing else to really compare Nintendo to because like there's no Sonic anymore. There's no like PlayStation mascot platformers. Like what exactly are people supposed to be looking forward to on other platforms? Like Slay the Spire 2, like the Anita Sarkeesian game. Like it's like more and more of a problem, I think, is that like um these people are just not going to be happy with anything. And that's just kind of my that's just kind of my mindset about it, is that like what exactly do these people get excited for? Yeah, yeah, everybody's just talking about like the price hike and all that. Actually, I should probably just watch YouTube videos on my Amazon Fire TV. I don't. I'm sorry, on my Fire Stick. I don't have a Fire TV. I have a Fire Stick. Like, I like it better than my fucking tablet. Ugh. Yeah, I like Amazon in general, but their technology is not the best. Like their tablets, like just give me an iPad, bro. Like I'm so anxious to finally get like an iPad and finally be up to date on everything. But uh, yeah, hopefully I get the PC back in the next couple of days. I'm kind of surprised because like it got to the location where it was repaired like very quickly. So I think it might be repaired today, and I might get it like before like early next week. We'll see. We'll see. Um, I was very surprised at how quick it was because I was expecting it to take a couple of weeks at least. Oh, Asmongold covering the Star Fox presentation. Yeah, I might. Okay, all of the characters in the game have also been redesigned. So I'm curious, like, so Asmongold is a shill. He's a parasite. He's like a grifter. He's an influencer. So like, you can't really take anything he says seriously. So I'm curious if like what he says is like wrong. All right, so let's take a look. Oh shit. Cornarian. Ooh. Childhood memories. I don't know. Man. Who watches this guy? Who the fuck watches Asmongold? He just sits there in his greasy fucking house, just like just staring blankly at his at his chat, just being like, I don't know, the absolute like lowest of the low. Like again, like people bitch about like Logan Paul and like Mr. Beast and stuff like that. Like Asmongold's so much worse. Like Asmongold is so much worse. Atmosphere gets incomplete. Extend the wings. Future systems check. Sound off, team. Dude, it's been a long time. It's been a long fucking time. All systems go. Falco here. G diffuser seems fine. There he is. Target's up ahead. Let's rock and roll. It's game. Yeah, it's like
Come on down, cinnamon.
Hyrule Warriors sold over 1 million. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like people want to keep clowning on like certain games for supposedly like not selling well, but like yeah, you're gonna see the numbers go up as more and more people buy Switch 2s and obviously buy games for them. Like it's gonna be very interesting kind of seeing these numbers spike over the next several years. Like again, um selling 1 million units or even an under 1 million units, like that isn't that big of a deal, honestly. Like what people don't understand is that like games like Pragmata or games like Tomb Raider or like whatever, like they need the sales because they're so front loaded and it takes so long for them to make sequels and they don't have anything else to fall back on. Like Nintendo's not like that, like that's just the simple reality is that they're like way better run and they have like way better control over their finances. Like they're just a better company in general. Imprisonment, takeover, calamity. Has calamity sold over 5 million? Like really? I thought like Pirate Warriors 4 was the best selling Warriors game, and I think that was like 4 million. Did Calamity outsell Pirate Warriors 4? Like I haven't been paying that much attention, but that'd be hilarious if true. Um yeah, the budget, yeah. Yeah, that's what people don't understand about like Mario Tennis Fever is that like that game was very clearly made on a budget. It wasn't like a big budget release at all. So like they probably made bank on that fucking game. Like just because they didn't put a ton of new resources into it. Like and it plays completely different than Aces. So like you can't even really say that like people would rather play aces instead. Because I actually thought that myself, like when I first played Fever, was that like, yeah, I think I liked aces more. Like I like the zone shots more and stuff like that. But like, I think Fever just has better balancing and it's like it's more fun to play online and stuff like that. Like aces just felt like in a lot of ways it felt like playing a hardcore fighting game where you just get like positively wrecked by like randos online. It was just weird. Um but yeah, like I don't know how much longer the copes are gonna last, honestly. Like Fever kind of became the whipping boy because it was the only game to come out in like the first quarter of the year. So like now that we've kind of actually no. Yeah, yeah, Pokepia came out. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Fever was like the first game to come the only game to come out in the first 2 months of the year. And then we got Pokepia, and then we got Tamagotchi, which were way better received. So like for a while there, like Fever was like a game that people just wildly hated for like because it was like a Mario Tennis game. Uh, yeah, once that stops, I think more people are gonna like acknowledge like how good Fever actually is. Still it's still like one of the best games I played this year. Um, Like Fever is phenomenal. Actually, I might be taking a break from Street Fighter 6 to go back to it soon. Oh, by the way, I have hit diamond in the Street Fighter 6. I am a diamond level player now. So now we gotta like get down break through the next barrier of entry and get my way make my way to master. And honestly, like I'm so worn out that I'm not even like super fired up about doing it right now. Like personally, I just feel as if personally, I feel as if like the game's kind of losing its luster. Like high level Street Fighter 6 is fucking boring. Because all you're doing is like poking people and trying to like segue into your combos. Like that's it. Like this is why Street Fighter 6 just doesn't work. Is that like you're just trying to like um find an opening and then like just wail on people with your like 60 hit combos. It's like it's embarrassing. Like it's such it's so much worse than like other better fighting games. I'm just, ugh. Yeah, I can't wait till I hit master rank so I can bitch about this more openly. But like for me personally, like the game just isn't that good. Like it's not like, and I've put like 100 hours into it, so I know what I'm talking about. But like Street Fighter Six is just, it's just disappointing. Virtual Fighter, yeah. I love Virtual Fighter Five. Like I played a little bit of it. The thing with that is it just doesn't have an active online scene. Like that's been the problem. Is that there are so many other fighting games I'd rather play more. Games like Guilty Gear Strive, games like Virtual Fighter, Dead or Alive Six. I'd rather play more, but like they don't get Tekken 8. I'd want to play. Uh, like there are plenty of other fighting games out there, but they don't have Nintendo Switch versions, and if they do, they don't have crossplay. So like you end up getting like being in this like completely empty like online player base. Like that's what happened to Strive. Like and I love Strive. It's just like there's just no one to play on it, and that's the thing with Street Fighter Six is that like the actual game is shit, but it has like an actual functioning online ecosystem. It has a relatively good like ranking system. It's relatively addicting. Like you don't want to stop playing until you like hit master. So like for me personally, I just don't really I feel as if the game like is just I'm ready to move on. Honestly, like I'll probably like stop playing once we start getting new games again. Because Yoshi's coming out the next couple of weeks. Star Fox is coming out in June. I don't know. We might I might be like ready to go back to like Tales of Berseria here soon. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but yeah, I'm not anxious to like fire up the streams again. Like honestly, I'm just kind of like I'm kind of enjoying my time off. I'm kind of enjoying working. I'm kind of enjoying doing my own thing. Like I don't know. Like endlessly doing gameplay streams like of RPGs has been like kind of grating, honestly. And I just feel as if I don't know. I just don't really want to do it anymore. Like I have not been motivated to come back to it, and it's I've seen like a massive dip in my revenue because of that. But like I don't know, for my mental health and like like for what I want to do like creatively, I think it was kind of an essential thing to do. Honestly, I just had to stop streaming. I just wasn't enjoying it. I'm just completely burned out on it right now, and I don't know if I'll come back at this stage because like I've been looking at my budget and it's like it's true I took a hit, but like like everything else is doing so well that it's not really that big of a deal. So I guess I hit my goal of becoming financially stable. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, like I really don't want to be like, Asmongold Gold or Max Dude or whatever and just come on 8 hours a day and try and like shill for like Resident Evil Requiem or try to shill for like Street Fighter 6 with because like that's just not something I'm interested in doing. Like that's not something I want to do. It's just it just feels like to me that I'm very happy with what I'm doing now. And just I don't know, like I just want to sell more books, man. I just want to finish the Cat Have Fangs. Which is coming along, by the way. Yeah, honestly, I haven't been working on that much either. Like, I've been editing it, and it just like it feels like almost done because I'm going through like large sections of it, not changing anything. But like, I do think I have to revise the ending, and I do have to like change some like certain sequences. Like, we'll see, we'll see. Again, like editing has been a nightmare for this fucking thing because I've been editing it for like I don't know, like I think almost like 9 months now. I've been editing this fucking thing constantly. It's been like a complete nightmare. like, like I've never edited like a book this long before, and it's like, I'm concerned about the quality, and I'm concerned about like, like all of that. But it's just, Synthetic Man plays games he doesn't enjoy. Yeah, I mean that was kind of my mindset too. Was that like I was playing games and not really enjoying them. Dragon Quest Seven and Tales of Berseria. Like I really liked both, like to a reasonable extent. But it became this thing of just like, well, like, why am I streaming it? Tales of Berseria, I think, is something that could have been way better. If it leaned more into like being you know, like an anti-hero protagonist. But like instead it's really weird. Like you're basically just a JRPG character with like an edge. You know what I mean? It's like it's not nearly like what I wanted to see from that story or from the characters or whatever. Like, and I like the game a lot still, but like, I don't like the combat system in Tales. I never have, and it's just like, like, am I really having fun with this? Really? And like, the answer kind of was no. Like, and it really does come down, I think, to like just the fact that I don't think I've played all of the best games like years ago, and everything else is just kind of like a lesser experience to me. Like it's very uncommon for me to find something that I really enjoy. And it's like, yeah, it's time to like start doing something else or take a break from things. And like I was slowly doing that over the past couple of years, like I'm not playing Super Nintendo right now. I'm taking a break from that. A lot of N64 classics I'm taking a break from. GameCube, I'm gonna come I intend on like coming back to, as they release new GameCube games on NSO. Like there are plenty of things that I want to do, like but it's like I don't know, like what ended up happening is that like I get through games so quickly and then I have to like segue into like the 70-hour grpg every single time, and it's just like nah, I think I'm kind of done, honestly. Like I'd love to get through all the tales, I'd love to get through trails one of these days, but right now I'm burned out, so it's just mm, like I don't know what I want like going forward. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I don't know what I want to see. I don't know what I want to like. I don't know. It's just like for me right now, I just need to like become more successful and like open up my options a little bit. Because right now, like the things that the things that the thing that's really getting me fired up is like getting reading more, like listening to more audiobooks, like watching anime, like that's the stuff I really, really, really want to do. Working out to a certain extent. Like to me, I just feel as if like I don't know, that I don't want to play as much many games going forward. Like obviously I'm still a fan of them and I want to keep like playing the Nintendo games that come out, but like, one of the major shifts this generation is that I stopped playing like the random like hyped titles that come out. I did not buy Mouse PI when it came out. I have no intention to, because we all know how it goes, right? This game comes out, it gets a lot of attention, it gets a lot of hype, and then it just kind of is forgotten about because at its core it's just kind of forgettable. Like I genuinely regret buying Pragmata. Like, if it wasn't like some surprise Switch 2 announcement, like I probably wouldn't have got it. And I kind of do regret picking it up. Like at its core, it's just a bad game, with a bad message, and like people are just desperate to shill for it, honestly. It's embarrassing. So yeah, yeah, that's the end of the stream. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And yeah, I don't know how good the show was. I just kind of got out of bed and I was just kind of like, yeah, we need to talk about the financial report. So yeah, be sure to support my Patreon. Be sure to become a member. Be sure to like subscribe. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to like buy my books. Like, do whatever it takes to help me. Whatever you can do, I would really appreciate that. Um, yeah, I hope I can give you an announcement on like the cattle have fangs soon. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be soon or if it's gonna be like in the next couple of weeks or so. Like, Like, I don't know when it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna like definitely before the end of the year. I think. I haven't settled on a release date yet. Honestly, I don't think I'll settle on one until I get the cover design, until the final draft is finished, and before we're like releasing it. Um, like honestly, what I think we're gonna do is that we're probably gonna like schedule it for like later in the year, and then get like Dream Warrior. Uh, we can get that edited and that posted like 6 months later, and then we can start focusing on like the project after that. Like I'd like to be able to get into the groove of putting out projects every 6 months. Honestly, the Candle Have Fangs was like kind of a nightmare project for a lot of reasons. So hopefully going forward, I won't have these issues because I did have to like extend my deadline for this, which is very unfortunate. But I don't know. It's all going to work out in the end. So thank you all for your support, and I will see you all next time. Thank you.